This is for EEC 3731, and I'm Marie Kim. And the question is, think about your own primary school experience. What could your teachers have done to improve the nutritional health of you and your classmates? I think my elementary school experience was, for health-wise, was pretty good. We had a range of things to eat at lunchtime. There was the way that the lunchtime was set up, that you started with your milk, and they had different options for milk. They had soy, and I think that was it, soy with vanilla milk, chocolate milk, non-fat, all that different stuff. So they had an extra option just for kids who couldn't have actual milk. And then it would go to the main dish, and then you would have to grab a fruit, you would have to grab a vegetable, and sometimes there's a vegetable with the main dish as well. So you got 2 servings of vegetables, and then you got a juice, and then you got crackers. So we kind of had a range of things that our freezer was super full, and we kind of had different options to pick from. If I didn't have green beans, I could get carrots or peas too. And I feel my teachers did a pretty good way of teaching us about different nutritional, the different food groups and how much we should be eating. And my teachers definitely always talked about how we have to exercise after we eat and all other stuff. How would you address a child in your care who repeatedly refuses most foods offered and only drinks juice and eats no meals, just snack food? I actually had a little boy, and he was 2 years old in my one of my old jobs, who would only drink milk, and he wouldn't even eat snack food. He would just drink milk all day long. His parents were just okay with that. They wanted him to eat, but it took them a while to get him to actually eat foods. So we just kind of experimented, and it took a lot of patience and experimentation to see what he liked and what he would even be willing to try. We found out he liked crunchy things, so we tried baked chips first, because we didn't want to go straight to fried chips. And we tried those crunchy banana chips, and then or dehydrated green beans, or anything crunchy we could get him to eat, we would be fine with. So we try to get him to eat crunchy things that had nutritional value. And then we slowly get him to try other things. So it's really just being patient and letting him touch and feel and smell things, and feeling comfortable with the foods that he was about to eat. I read something earlier that said it takes 5 to 10 times of exposure to a certain food before a child feels comfortable with it, with its new taste and texture. So I wish I would have known that back then. So I would introduce the same food to him at least 5 to 10 times before he actually was comfortable enough to eat and try it. I didn't want to, because I always never wanted to force him to eat it. I just kind of be here, do you want to try it? But if I was just a little bit more persistent, it may have gotten him to be more comfortable with it. What are some things that you've seen teachers do or say in your class, observations or practical visits that reinforce healthy eating habits? In my last practicum class, all the kids ate in their own little lunchroom in their classroom. As a pre-K classroom, and the teacher would sit down in the middle of the table and eat with them. And we all would sit with the kids and eat. And we kind of all ate similar things. And there was a little girl who didn't want to eat, I think it was green beans, because they were green. And she's like, well, what's wrong with the color green? And the teacher talked about other green things that they like, and there's lollipops that are green, she said, or little girl liked lettuce, and she goes, well, lettuce is green. And so talking about first identifying why the child didn't want to try the food would help the teacher be well, just try, you never know. And then the next day they had, because they were talking about Dr. Seuss anyway, they made green eggs and ham. And the teacher's like, well, are you going to eat it because it's green? And she goes, well, yeah, I like eggs and ham. But the teacher's like, but it's green. So that also kind of helped reinforce that just because something looks different doesn't mean you don't automatically don't like it. You should still try it no matter what, because you may like it. So that was a really fun little experience about eating healthy and trying different foods for picky eaters.